just taped or whatever coming up here. This is the little trail I came for, actually. I've done this in some pretty outrageous rain, and it was like I was in a different world. I remember this creek, this arroyo was flowing hard, this runoff. There's water coming down here, water coming down there, so it was kind of a ridge hike in between two waterfalls, which was pretty awesome. But it's drier than a ghost town whore today, and hot. I thought it was going to be a nice winter hike, but it's starting to cool off. There's a little breeze the higher I go up, and no real altitude at all, but it's higher than down in the flat, so it is starting to get a little cooler. Little view. This trail, I guess if you didn't know what to look for, you could veer off in a lot of directions here. They've been a little negligent, I guess, in their trail work. This looks like it has the most traffic. That would be a mistake because it goes down into that second drop off. An arroyo there. That's woods. That's where I'd like to hang out, but I'm just kind of sticking to the trail today. Yeah, that's trail. So I'm gonna stick on this. Just came up that. I'll view you out. Pretty cool place. Having a good time so far. I'm gonna have a little snack and some water up here in a minute. The purpose of this hike today is to basically get the pack on and give these boots a trail run. I haven't worn them on trail for a while. I've been wearing them to work and breaking them in pretty good. There's some old Merrell Wilderness boots that I had. They're 20 plus years old and they're still going strong on the first Vibram sole. That's getting a little thin, so it might need a resole, but I'm beginning to think after walking a little bit that on the downhill stuff, I'm going to have a problem with my big toe on my left foot. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to come out here and check that out, because I'm going to Colorado soon, and I'm going to do a lot of off-trail kicking. So I wanted to test these out. I might go back to just the cold weather for the cold weather Air Force boots for that trip, but I might take these just for kicking around. Okay, here's a nice view. It's a little hazy. Possibly going to get a little thunderstorm later on, so that's nice. Classic Texas hill country. It's a lot cooler up here than it was on the trail up, so that's a plus. I'm walking along this long rock pile. It just goes and goes, and I think that's very old. That's probably old rancher type stuff, or hard to say, but it's definitely not trail workers that did that. I'm almost positive that it's the old ranch marker, or something to do with cattle. So I'm just gonna ramble. I've stopped 3 or 4 times along the trail to lay down why I'm out here today, and there's no real reason. Again, I did want to check the boots out. Going to Colorado soon, and I thought it would be a kick to pull out the old Merrill Wilderness Classics. I've had them like 20 years and they're still going strong. I've been wearing them at work quite a bit, and they're good on the flat, but I notice on some of these downhill stretches that I'm pounding my big toe, so I don't want to get any feet problems up there, so I might just be going back to the ones I used last time, which are the Air Force cold weather boots. Here's just another shot. Pretty cool place. It's called a wilderness area. Yeah. Not really like the wilderness areas that I'm used to, but it is quite an adventure, and I'm out today, so that's a plus. Kind of a scout trip to find a couple of the shelters that they had built out here, and I want to build something like that either in the backyard or at a friend's property. It's kind of like the Adirondack type huts, and it's pretty cool, but I wanted to get some good pictures of that and build a variant of it. This valley here is pretty impressive. It's hard to see, but I hope I'm going to drop down in there and get a good look at things. And I still haven't stopped for a break, really, other than to take a few pictures. So still just trucking along and enjoying the day, man. It's a pretty cool area. Okay, kind of topped out here it looks like, so I'm going to find a little place, hopefully tucked off the trail, have a snack and some water, but pretty cool, having a good day. One thing I did notice, I haven't smoked in about 4 months, and had a long run with that crap, and I'm glad I'm done, because to this point here, before I probably would have had 4 or 5 rest breaks, and I haven't stopped yet, so feeling pretty good, knock on wood, and just having a good day. Okay, haven't got to a stop point yet, but I wanted to point out some of these trees. The live oak, which is just a Texas classic. These ones aren't too big, probably stunted from being on the top of this ridge, but it's a great resource. This is ash juniper. You can see stuff's like this almost year round. The bark is incredible for lots of uses. Weaving mats, you name it. I mostly use it for tinder. There's some sumacs, and a little further down the trail there was some black walnut, which has got quite a few uses. Tool handles. It's a fish stultifier, stuptifier. It's a great dye. It can put a nice patina on your carbon knives, almost a black color, but you don't want to get it too black, because then they'll think you're a Tacto Ninja. But it does make a nice patina. Here's a mountain laurel. It's not in the best shape. Got some little disease going, it looks like. It's actually a very nice tree when it's healthy. There's a lot in here. I'll go over some more trees here in a bit. Here's a Texas persimmon, pretty big one. I wanted to stop and show you this. This is really cool and kind of a typical transition. It's almost, man, I don't know, just, it's a nice forest, grass, nice grass carpet throughout. There's a cedar elm. That's a big one too. And this is the reason I really wanted to stop. This is a pretty big juniper. This reminds me of home in the San Bernardino Mountains. There's a lot of big cedars and some big junipers up there. But here's a agarita. That's got a tasty berry. Usually the turkeys get them before any humans see them. They'll just munch those down. They'll strip the whole tree in a few minutes. But I didn't bring the tripod, so bear with me on this. This is a big. That's almost my whole. That's bigger than. That's about 60 inches. That's a big juniper. Maybe 50, 55, somewhere in there. But anyways, pretty impressive. Yeah, I like this area a lot. If I could camp, I would get up in there, somewhere in there on this plateau, and just it would be a great place to set up a camp. I'm loving this little area. It's hard to tell if I've been here. If I was, it was during the drought. There was no grass, and it was probably just a hot, flat space. But yeah, this is beautiful. I was beginning to wonder if I got off trail, but I'm definitely not the first one to be up here. This is worn pretty good, so it wasn't marked, but I definitely think it's part of the park. So, anyways, the 360. Hey, Mr. Black, Operation Lexers, quick lowdown of the hoedown on this day hike. I got tons of footage that I probably can't use because every time I start filming, someone comes around the corner yakking or something like that. So anyways, too crowded. As far as bushcraft, doing anything, touching any natural resources, no go. So that's not going to happen either. Kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to coming out here to find these shelters that they have. They're no longer here. They took them out. I could see the foundations of a couple of them, but they're long gone, it looks like. So they either rotted away and they tore them out, or they, who knows what. But I wanted to get some measurements and take some pictures of those because they were kind of like an Adirondack type shelter. And I just wanted to reproduce one of those on a buddy of mine who just got some land on his land. I wanted to reproduce one of those shelters. So anyways, that one's out. I did get the pack on and walk around, and I wanted to get these boots on the trail. These Merrell Wilderness, older boot I've had quite a while, and I wanted to test them out, and it worked good. I've been using them at work, and as far as like the brush cutting and stuff like that, 8 hours a day, they've been fine for that. Just 8 hours hard work. Perfect. But on the trail, I noticed when I'm walking down some of these steeper hills and rocky trails and stuff like that, my big toes pounding. So I'm going to try a couple different lacing options on that, and then if not, I'm probably just going to take my my old, well, like my Air Force cold weather boots, the Bellevilles that I have that I usually wear because they're waterproof and insulated. So that will probably be a better choice for Colorado because I don't want to be pounding my toe at some of them snowy passes and have a foot problem up there because it's a lot more rugged, I guess, than out here. So I'm going to be at altitude. It's going to be real cold, and I'm going to be putting on a lot of miles, so I don't want to have any foot problems. So I think I'm just going to go with the other boots that I have, even though these are classics, and I'll still wear them for work and stuff until they blow out. But anyways, it's probably going to stay here, and I'll take the other boots. The pack's riding good as usual. This is that little pack from the Gap. One day I'll get a real nice pack. I have quite a few high-speed modern packs, but I've been using this for a lot of trips, and just really like the way it works out for me. So I'm probably not going to get a hatchet out or a knife even to take a picture. I'm probably just going to move on and see if I can find another place that's kind of public area where I can let's go take some pictures and get off the trail and not have so many interruptions. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Here comes someone right now. Like I said, just a lot of useless footage here. Hopefully I can make something out of it for y'all. Take care.